Hey guys, Rambo here with a video which will explain all known abilities associated with the 6 fates in Dead Ops Arcade 4, along with all of the fate upgrades that are available in the SlayerMart for the 4 classic fates as well. So just a quick recap on how to choose your fates. When you reach the long climb challenge, round 20 on normal, make sure you kill the mangler near the bridge, which ensures that the fate rocks have distinguishable patterns. Once you're in the Room of Fate, these are the stones associated with each of the 4 classic fates. Once a fate from here is obtained, it can be upgraded in future SlayerMart encounters. Players can also obtain a permanent second fate through the SlayerMart, as they can either purchase Divine Chalice or Divine Shield, which currently costs 36,000 cash each. Anyways, if you want to jump around to a certain fate or fate upgrade, there will be timestamps in the description below. Let's begin. First off, we have the Fate of Fortune, which upon respawning from a death, the player will have a minimum 2x score multiplier. Also, most if not all items in the game last 80% longer than normal when grabbed by the Fortune player. Even items that wouldn't last longer in previous games, such as the Vortex, do last longer in DUA 4. Fortune has 4 different upgrades in the SlayerMart. First one is Conspiracy. Player will have a slightly increased chance of discovering a bonus room when taking an arena exit. The bonus rooms at the moment seem fixed to occur on the 3rd round in most arenas, so not sure if this upgrade even works. But the name of the upgrade is a reference to people thinking that Fortune would have increased chances of bonus rooms back in the day, which was a conspiracy then, and if it doesn't work now, maybe it still is. Next upgrade we have is Greedy. Player will increase the value of cash collected by 25%. So normally when you grab a coin, you get 100 cash. Instead, you get 125 cash. Family Discount. Player gets a 10% discount on everything in the SlayerMart. Keep in mind that SlayerMart abilities don't take effect until the following round, so you cannot apply that 10% discount on items in your current shop whenever you initially purchase the upgrade. And the final upgrade we have for Fortune is Durability. This increases the Fortune's timeout modifier by 25%. So instead of items lasting 1.8 times longer, they'll instead last 2.25 times longer. For example, if a chopper normally lasts 40 seconds, with Fortune it would last 72 seconds. And with the Fortune Durability upgrade, the chopper would last 90 seconds. And of course, you could even pair that with Diesel Demon for an extended vehicle duration as well. Now, Diesel Demon, where have I heard that name before?
Go, Diesel Demons!
The second fate we have is the Fate of Firepower.
I have the fate of firepower.
The player is awarded a permanent death machine as their primary weapon. It does double the damage when compared to the default LMG, 160 damage instead of 80. Weapons that are picked up start at the red power level. Also, weapon decay while shooting is slower than normal across all power levels, so you're able to shoot purple, red, and gray weapons a few seconds longer than normal. For firepower fate upgrades, we have Nuke Monger, which allows the player to begin each new round with a minimum of 3 nukes instead of just 1 nuke. Also, Fury Output, one of the best upgrades in the game right now. This Fury weapon modification adds 50% damage to your death machine. This allows you to do 240 damage, and if you combine it with Dead Operator, you'll be able to do 300 damage per shot. We're now on to the third fate. We have Friendship. The player is granted a permanent golden chicken, which imitates their primary weapon. Chickens that are picked up on the map last 2 times longer than normal. This ability stacks with chicken broth from the SlayerMart upgrade shop. The player's golden chicken will periodically lay either white or golden eggs. Now, Friendship has 4 upgrades you could purchase through SlayerMart. First one is Red Feathers. The player will have their fated chicken companion fire minimum red power level weapons. Once you purchase Red Feathers, then in a future SlayerMart upgrade station, you'll be able to purchase Purple Feathers. And this allows your chicken to shoot minimum purple level weapons for increased damage and fire rate. There's an upgrade called Golden Girl, which allows your chicken to have an increased rate of egg laying events and improved chance at laying golden eggs rather than white ones. Golden eggs, of course, guarantee an extra life for the whole team. And the final upgrade is War Talons. Your fated chicken is upgraded and adds 35% damage on all chicken weapons across all enemy types. This upgrade does not apply to regular chickens that you pick up on the map. So just some combinations of damage here. If you have Purple Feathers and War Talons, your chicken will deal 162 damage with the LMG, which is over double what it normally does. And if you go a step further and also purchase Dead Operator, your chicken LMG will deal 202 damage rather than just 80. The next fate we have is the Furious Feet. Player movement speed is 50% faster, so this is the fast boots effect. Players start each new round with a minimum of 2 speed boosts in their inventory rather than just 1 speed boost. With this fate, you could also carry a maximum of 10 speed boosts in your inventory. Furious Feet has 2 upgrades. One of them is called Feet First. Player will now begin each new round with a minimum of 4 speed boosts rather than 2 that you get from the normal Fate. Also Cinder Toes. Player who uses a speed boost will leave behind a temporary fire trail that damages enemies, and this trail lasts for 8 seconds. So those are the 4 classic Fates and their associated upgrade paths in the SlayerMart. As alluded to earlier, there are 2 additional Fates that players can purchase. The way it's supposed to work is the choice is either Divine Chalice or Divine Shield as your permanent second Fate. For Divine Chalice, there's a lot of abilities, so it could get a little confusing here, stick with me. The player's short respawn timer after taking a death is reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. Upon respawning from a death, the player is awarded fast boots for 25 seconds. When damaged, the player's heal rate is about 2.5 times faster than normal. Let's assume you're near fully damaged, you get hit by a fireball. It'll take you 30 seconds to heal with Chalice rather than 75 seconds. Keep in mind that heal and bonuses also stack with the useful infusion ability from the SlayerMart, which brings your total heal rate to 3 times faster than normal when combined with Chalice. With Chalice, the player earns an extra life for every 150,000 points earned rather than the default 200,000. You could store a maximum of 10 lives in your player inventory. Then for the rest of the abilities, they're all co-op centric. So in co-op matches, the player's long respawn timer is reduced from 60 seconds to 30 seconds. This also stacks with the Places to Be SlayerMart ability, allowing the player's long respawn timer to only be 21.5 seconds. In co-op matches, the player is able to revive teammates 3 times quicker than other players. For every second that a Divine Chalice player stands over a downed teammate's body, 6 seconds are removed from the teammate's respawn timer. This revive bonus does not apply when reviving other Divine Chalice players. With Chalice, you have an increased distance of 50% from which you can initiate a revive on a teammate when compared to other players. I think this was also an ability in DUA 3 that I just never knew about, but it's a thing. In co-op matches, when donating a life to a downed teammate, the recipient of the donation also receives life donation rewards. This only applies to manual donations, not to any forced donations that can occur after completing round 80. Keep in mind, Chalice is purchasable currently for 36,000 from the SlayerMart. Once you have Chalice, you are not intended to purchase Divine Shield. Speaking of Divine Shield, that's the final Fate we're going to talk about here. With this Fate, all shield items, which in this game are barrels, boxing gloves, saw blade, and even the electric orbs, last 60% longer than normal. You're able to start each new round or bonus room with either temporary barrels or saw blade equipped. This is a new one. You start each new round with 1 armor plate, but this requires having an armor vest, which could be purchased from the SlayerMart shop or obtained through a couple of gobblegums. Armor plates essentially replace the shield potions seen in DUA 3, and they absorb 1 damage event. With Divine Shield, players start each new round with a minimum of 2 nukes in their inventory rather than just 1 nuke, and also you're able to store a maximum of 10 nukes in your inventory as well. Just like Chalice, the price for this Fate is currently $36,000 from the SlayerMart. Apart from that, that's the end of the video. The game is still very new. It hasn't been out for a week yet, so there's a chance that something might be slightly incorrect in this video. A lot of the abilities did carry over from DUA 3 for the most part, and I did some testing as well. So if you guys have any suggestions on Fate combinations that you like running in your matches, definitely feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Drop a like if this video is helpful, or you enjoyed it, or maybe neither. Thanks for watching.